Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast. Today we're going to be talking about chapter 5 of Veils of Secrets. As of the last chapter, we see Flynn and we are in the private boat of Tanner, and we see Tanner's been killed with a knife, and found his dead body, and then we are sort of deciding what to do, whether to just walk out of this. Then we can choose that if we do that, then we'll only get in more danger. So we call 911, that is basically devil's number, that is Chief Walls, and of course they come in. Naomi shows us some support. Still, she investigates as to where were we, if we had any alibi or not. And then Chief Walls comes in and gets upset that, and more than that, he seems to be thinking about how Pierce would be trying to cover up this scene. So there is no worry that Pierce's son died, but there's worry like how this is going to be covered from media's eyes. So that was something there, that how messed up this thing is. And then we also see Duffy, and basically we again see Walls abusing Duffy and literally treating harshly our main character, but we get Naomi as a support. But then we find out a bracelet, and we immediately identify that this is Scarlett's bracelet. So we knew that who Tanner was cheating Kate with, and it was Scarlett. And we thought she could have something to do with this murder. And then, after bickering with Walls a little bit, who still thinks now that Scarlett can't murder Tanner because she's rich and she's from the right side of the town. And it's gotta be Kate, who is missing and who has probably been kidnapped. But Walls doesn't want to believe it. He thinks that Kate killed him. And that was pretty messed up, but we came out, and then we get a diamond scene to investigate around the dock, and with Flynn. And if we do this, then we find a glove and mask, but those are washed up in the water, so no clue there. But still, we give it to the police station as an anonymous tip so that our names wouldn't be disclosed. And then we sort of back up from there. And then we spend a little time with Flynn, and then we go to our B&B. We have a conversation with the owner there, and then Naomi bursts in, and then we sort of understand everything as to what happened and how things went, and if she found any other clues or not. And we see that Scarlett has locked herself up in her own house and has a lawyer prepared, and no one wants to and doesn't want to talk to anyone, not a police officer, nobody. And then we call Grant and ask if Scarlett is feeling to talk to our main character, and we promise that we're going to help her. And then we go to Grant's house. Grant was at first angry, thinking we're judging his sister as a murderer or suspecting her. But then Scarlett walks out and finally convince her to spit out the fact, and she says she's been in love with Tanner, and once Tanner was drunk, she seduced Tanner, and then after that, Tanner came back to her again and again. So this was the woman who, Tanner was cheating Kate with, and it was pretty messed up. But then Scarlett goes to her room because she was really sad, and then we get to have a nice diamond scene with Grant, where we can, literally help him prepare food and enjoy it, and then we can leave. And then we also learn one important detail from from Scarlett, and the detail from that day when Scarlett seduced Tanner. Tanner was drunk, angry, frustrated that a low-life guy, Tony Reyes, I think, who literally smashed his car and threatened him to kill him. So we have this little piece of information in the back of our heads, and we call Flynn and convey the message to him, and he is frustrated learning about this betrayal, this cheating that Kate went through. But also he knows that who this guy Tony Reyes is, and then we have a lead, and now this lead is a dangerous wannabe freaking gangster. That's how Flynn put it. So we will meet him in the next chapter, and that's next. So that's all happened in this chapter. It's pretty much starting up. We're seeing characters, we're seeing mysteries, we're seeing how people can be here. The Sterling family, they're mysterious, dark, and definitely, just you can't respect them. And we will find more definitely as the story progresses. Next week with chapter 6. Till then, peace out.